Welcome to June 2020, Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, so what we have here, we're going to begin here with the Hierophant. And basically, what I'm getting here is about focusing on I get this is about organization, focusing on organization, groups, structures, establishments, and this includes like family structure. It could be marriage, some type of commitment. This could also have something to do with certain figures in your life that you feel you align yourself with. I also feel it has to do with the search for truth or understanding. I also get like it's a new way of thinking and new opportunities. Because here we've got the Fool next to it. And I feel here with the Hierophant that you are going to live your life as you see fit. Or I guess the message is living your life as you see fit. I don't feel like you need anybody's votes. Although I feel like with the Hierophant here, you're looking for somebody's approval or recognition. But I'm saying here for you that you don't need somebody's approval or somebody's votes. I also feel like it's an opportunity to make new friends or new business associates. I feel that these could be very loving and supportive friends. I also get spiritually, because the Hierophant is a very spiritual card. I get spiritually that the old wounds that you carry will begin to heal. I'm talking slow, so I have an opportunity to get the messages in from Spirit. I want to look here on what's actually behind you or what's passing here. It's the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm getting that these are endings. Like, okay, so the Pentacles could, here, the Hierophant can be a Taurus. The Knight of Pentacles can be any earth sign. But I feel like it's something that ends. I feel like you kind of have hit your, I feel like you've hit the end of the road here. And I don't feel like you're able to progress any further on a situation here that has to do with business, because Pentacles are, money, business. But if I were to read this as an earth sign, as you know, I mentioned certain things about the Hierophant. This could be an ending to what was old, for example, because you're healing old wounds here too with the Hierophant. And I just feel like you're not able to progress any further, or that's the position you were in. Either you experience it in June or you're coming into June with this. I feel like for some of you, this may have been a relationship you wanted to complete, or were hoping it would complete, or this could be even a business course or project you wanted to complete on time. But I feel with this ending that's passing, a new avenue will present itself. And I don't feel that you should refuse it. I think intuitively, with the Hierophant here, you will know. Now, just going back here with the Hierophant, that represents new opportunities, a new way of thinking, aligning yourself with good people, new friends, or friends that have rebirthed. Because I don't feel like you want to be attached any longer to old ways. I don't feel like you want to be attached to friends that were toxic. I just feel like you want to have a different fit or a different way in life. So, I mean, this is what's just coming to me. And then we've got the Lovers in front of you, which to me are beginnings. This is your near future card. This represents Gemini, but doesn't necessarily have to be the sign Gemini. But if it fits, it fits. But what it's about is about social gatherings with friends, meeting up with people that perhaps you were involved in. Some places weren't as strict as other places in regards to lockdowns and social gatherings. But this, to me, I feel like that this could have something to do with social gatherings and with friends, even lovers, as the card said. Your significant other, or somebody that you may have just met. However, this card with the way this is laid out here, I get this message too that you may run into some unexpected issues or problems romantically. Because I feel like, as much as some of you are trying to gather socially with friends and lovers, maybe some of you are separated in other states, or you went, or different countries, and you went, maybe you and your significant other separated to go to your families. But I see that for some of you, this is still going to be an issue in June. Like, I don't feel like for some of you, it's going to be fully operative. I don't feel that for some of you, the restrictions are going to be lifted enough for this. But I just feel that it's just unexpected issues in both business and romantic unions. And that you may have to meet up later than what you were expecting. So it's a bit of a disappointment. And that's how I'm reading it. And so when we get into I'm looking here at the Page of Wands, and that what I'm feeling here with the Page of Wands, this is to, I'm getting like spiritual or work-related ideas, like maybe you're up for discussion in the month of June, or someone is interested in speaking to you in regards to work-related ideas, activities. I feel like you have the desire to expand here. I like the Page of Wands because it's a really good card. It represents new beginnings also. And I just feel like it has, even though this is what I'm feeling for you is new beginnings, it's also someone who has a like Sagittarian type of personality or temperament. And so there may be this attraction to this lover who has that kind of adventurous, maybe they're even in a different country or a different state, you know, they could be even in the travel business, or you are a Sagittarian, they may have the same spiritual or philosophy as you do. It could be the same religion, could be the same culture, could be a different culture. I mean, we could go on and on and on with the Sagittarius type of personality. And it could be their rising moon, doesn't have to be their sun. It just, they're very much a part of you here. And with that being said, I get the Four of Wands here, which involves quite a bit. But then we have the Leo card, the Strength card here, which I'm going to read. But I just feel that here I'm being drawn to the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is well, it's the way your reading's unfolding. I just want to touch bases on relationships, whether they be friends, lovers. I feel for some of you, you might feel obligated here to make a commitment that you may not be completely ready for, because with the Strength card and then how I'm looking at these other cards, I mean, you could be. So for some of you, I feel like with the Strength card that you might be dealing, and especially with this Sagittarian energy, and it still could be a Leo, or Sagittarius, or even Aries. But I'm feeling here that this, and they don't have to be a fire sign, but they can tend to have that kind of personality. So you may not even know what their rising or moon is. But either way it goes, I just feel like either you want them to do something they don't want to do, or they want you to do something that you don't want to do. And you're not going to be swayed, they're not going to be swayed, or you're not going to be intimidated and they're not going to be intimidated. So I do feel like you will put them in their place. And perhaps you may even say no. Because when I look at the what was I going to say? The Strength card, this is I feel like there's things that need to be cleared here in order for this relationship to flow. That things need to be cleared once and for all. And either you choose to make the positive changes, or, for example, in your relationship, I don't see it moving forward. And also the same for business. So things need to be cleared up and positive changes need to be made. And with this, it'll bring a renewed feeling of power, something that you've accomplished. Especially when I hear that thing about you standing up for yourself and not being persuaded or swayed in a different way, and you're saying no. That's what I'm getting. So let's move on now to the Four of Cups. Oh, wait. There's more coming in here on the Four of Wands. See, some of you might actually live with this person. I'm getting this person could actually be either you're feeling irritated or they're irritated with your presence. But I feel like some of you maybe actually being in a position of like being a victim, where there's harassment or abuse or abusive words. I just sense there are some relationship issues and people are just dumping their garbage on you, or at times you might be dumping your garbage on them. But both of you will, I think, have to confront this situation in order for it to move forward. And I feel like you're really strong with with a significant other or somebody that you're interested in, and this could even be a family member too, or a boss or somebody who's just trying to coax you into something that you do not want to do. And I'm feeling really strong that you should not do it. Whatever it is, you should not do it. You've got a lot of cards here for new opportunities and new beginnings, and I would definitely look for that. Okay, so, and then here we've got the Four of Cups. There's anxiety here, and there is a feeling of being dissatisfied. Something you just want out of life with. Maybe you live with this person and you just don't want to be with this person anymore, or they want to leave and they don't want to be with you anymore. I don't need the Eight of Cups on the table here for that. But I just think right now there's so much unhappiness and sorrow here. Also, too, this might be pertaining to someone in your life, or it could be you, that you just need new employment. You need a job, a source of income, or you desire for them to have a source of income and they're not budging. Or maybe they can't find anything. Also, too, for some of you who are working on a relationship, I'm getting kind of like there might be some obsession here. And like an obsessive desire for this to work out, or trying to grab their attention. And see, we've got the Eight of Swords here. And that's a card of wanting to oppress the situation or escape, as almost as if you're in prison. Some of you might actually have a family member in prison, but it's a stressful situation, both for the mind and the body, and which is not healthy for you. Which here's the anxiety, or maybe you're not even sleeping. I do feel like this is happening because you need a push. And if you push yourself, you will be able to acquire whatever means or resources you need in order to make this happen. If some of you, I just feel like maybe your careers just, maybe for some of you, it's just not happening. The loss of employment, and maybe your career just feeling down the drain. I know how that feels on one of my other businesses, because that lockdown for some businesses were actually quite significant in regards to finance. But here with this Eight of Swords, I do feel that you can move out of this feeling oppressed or like you're in prison, both mind and body, not your soul, just mind and body, and that this is what you need to move forward to acquire the resources or finding a new outlet for your abilities, for your talents, for what you can do, your gifts. It's the same thing in regards to the relationship. You can get out of this if it's smothering you, if it's making you feel totally like a victim. I know it's hard to see that being all bound up in the Eight of Swords. However, this card, you can really manifest this card into finding the resources that you need in order to get your outlet, whether this be business or love. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to leave you with this. I send you all much love and blessings.